Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the virtual edition of Speaking of Charity. My name is Gloria Morris. I go by GoGo. I know that's a funny nickname. We have this show specifically to feature nonprofits all over the Chicagoland, Indiana area. We really just like to kind of let people know what organizations are about and people's backgrounds that run them, how they got involved. So in today's edition, we have the Chicago Children's Choir. And with us, we have Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hello, Gloria. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining, as we kind of got together last minute, but I think it's really great to connect with you. Love to mention that the Impact House connected us, right? So how are you involved with that organization?
Yeah, so Chicago Children's Choir and Impact House had some connectivity around possible events, really just connecting the folks in our city who are interested in making social change across our communities with Chicago Children's Choir, which is deeply invested in particularly the youth of our city across the north and south and west sides. We serve youth from every zip code in Chicago. And so we just sort of started talking and started brainstorming, and so grateful to Impact House for sharing the interest that you all have in connecting with not-for-profit communities here in the city.
Yes, and I really don't know a lot about your organization, so I would love to, number one, learn about that. But first, tell us a little bit about you and how you joined the foundation.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Sarah Sapperstein. I'm Director of Institutional Partnerships at Chicago Children's Choir. I joined the organization in October of 2020, so pandemic job change. And came to the organization with a background in corporate foundation, government relations, and institutional advancement, primarily in the arts in Chicago, but also in arts education, health and human services, and civil rights, social justice organizations. So I've really had the honor and the privilege to advocate for a lot of the incredible work that not-for-profits in our city do to elevate and amplify local voices and enhance the quality of life for Chicagoans across our city.
Fantastic. And speaking of local voices, so this is a children's choir. Do you have a music background by chance?
I do. And I am a performer about town, but the privilege to engage and support these incredible young students and our next generation of global leaders is what we call them, because the resilience and the talent and just the incredible ambitions and inspirational nature of these young people is amazing. Chicago Children's Choir was founded in 1956 in explicit response to the civil rights movement, with the goal of uniting young people from different backgrounds, from different parts of the city, together in the face of segregation and injustice. So, our mission, of course, is perhaps more important than ever right now with the world that we live in. And we're really honored that in our 65-year history, we've served more than 50,000 young Chicagoans that have come through our doors to engage in music from our city, from our country, from around the world. And all of our programs are made accessible through sliding scale tuition, and many of our programs are free. So we really make sure that music is an accessible and valuable part of Chicagoans' lives. We serve students ranging from ages 8 to 18, representing every zip code of our city. Thousands of students each year participate in more than 100 choirs in both schools as part of their school curriculum, and also in now we have 12 community embedded neighborhood choirs where we partner with local organizations, local artists to support neighborhood vitality and artistic opportunities for students after school. We also offer 2 cross-city ensembles that connect students from across the community to support both developing and changing voices, as well as advanced singers in our Voice of Chicago premier ensemble. And I think, the most incredible transformative part of Chicago Children's Choir is that the connectivity and the unity and young people bringing their authentic voices to the choir is at the center of everything we do. All of our curriculum is culturally responsive. It's led by local, national, and international faculty and culture bearers that represent the music that we sing and that we share. Our students sing in different languages. Our students bring their identities with them. And we really focus on amplifying the local, national, and global traditions that make up the beautiful, diverse world that we live in.
fascinating that there's so many ties to segregation, and it's so relevant in today's world, the work that you're doing. So I had no idea that that background exists, which is, again, why we do this show. It's really because, you look at an organization and they're doing great work, but to really understand the meaning and the stories behind what got you to the place that you are today and the impact that it's making in various, parts of the organization and the children's lives and the families' lives, it's really remarkable. So thank you for that background. So we don't have a ton of time, but I'd love to understand how you actually fundraise. And I know you have a fundraiser coming up pretty quickly, which is great and timely for this show.
Yeah, absolutely. So Chicago Children's Choir is very fortunate to have a incredibly diverse donor community, and we work with individuals across the city and beyond who recognize the impact that music can have on young people's lives, both more broadly and within the city of Chicago, to elevate the voices of youth facing the challenges that we face here in our city. We also have an incredible community of corporate foundation and government donors, which is the community that I work with. And through both the grant space and corporate giving space, corporate social responsibility, as well as through government partnerships. And we have fabulous fundraising events that are always open to new partners. We are able to raise approximately 70% of our operating budget through donations. So, true to the not-for-profit model, we really do rely on the community that understands how important music and these opportunities are for our young people.
And outside of the financial fundraising that you're doing, talk to us about any volunteer opportunities that are coming up, and not just the event that's coming up next week, because again, that's short notice, but hopefully we can support you in some way. But what about ongoing? Just how do people get involved with their hands?
Yeah, absolutely. So first, the event. And voices, absolutely. So first, the event next week is our Paint the Town Red concert event. So for the first time in 3 years, we are back with our annual Paint the Town Red concert at Pritzker Pavilion in Millennium Park. And we are expecting up to 2,000 students to gather to perform together, collaborate together, perform with and for each other. We will also have fabulous guest artists, both local, national, and international guest artists joining us for a really great musical extravaganza. That day, I will mention, is also our Paint the Town Red Giving Day. So a wonderful opportunity to get involved. You can text to give, and we'll have all sorts of giving opportunities available on the website, including a matching gift challenge. So great day to double your impact. At the event at Pritzker Pavilion, we really rely on the support of our volunteers to make sure that our singers can perform their best that day, but also engage audiences and make sure they have a great time too. So we rely on volunteers to do everything from help get singers from buses into their seats, to hand out various props that they use during the performances, to hand out water, to walk the audience and give basic directions in the pavilion, really to create a sense of positivity, create a culture of community, and just make sure that both our singers and our audiences have a great time. And that's Thursday, May 26th. Our volunteers, we need help from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And you can be in touch with the choir and myself. Check it out online to learn more information. Beyond that, in the summer, we also have a couple upcoming concert events that more information is available on our website, and I'll give you that link in a moment.
Okay, make sure we share that.
Yeah, absolutely. And throughout the year, especially now that we've returned to in-person programming, we really rely on volunteers to support our singers throughout the year in the different programs they are involved in. So we rely on volunteer support to help all of our community concerts run smoothly. All of our community events take place in local neighborhoods, and we really love the support of volunteers to, again, help our singers do their best. We also have mentorship opportunities, particularly for our older students as they navigate the transitions through the end of their high school days, college applications, financial education, what it's like to get a job, what it's like to have an interview. That kind of guidance can be really, really valuable for especially our older singers. And of course, CCC being a not-for-profit, we really do rely on the support of particularly our corporate partners, and that includes special corporate skills. So, lots of in-kind partnerships with our corporations where we can rely on the knowledge and expertise of various partners. So we really do encourage you to get involved, and we always love to find ways to connect with new people who appreciate the power of music.
Well, I know I learned a lot today. I will share this with my audience and my colleagues
Thank
because
you.
I know there's so much more information to learn. Where do we find the website?
Absolutely. So Chicago Children's Choir website is ccchoir, CCCHOIR.org. And you can check us out there under the events section, learn more about Paint the Town Red. If you'd like to support, there's a whole section about volunteerism and donation information. And we really appreciate you, Gloria, connecting us with such a wonderful, fabulous audience.
Terrific. Well, Sarah, thank you again. It's great to meet you. I look forward to meeting you in person someday. Hopefully we can make that happen. Have
Absolutely.
a wonderful event next week. We wish you
Thank
all.
you.
And we'll definitely keep in touch and spread the word.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you.